Good morning, everyone, and welcome to episode 47 of Spirit Sessions of View of the Light. I'm with my co-host Teresa Warren and Bex Marie, and our guest Zene Samuel or Zen Samuel. Today, Zenzi Samuel. Hey, everyone, how are you all doing after all your turkey? That's my American accent. Sorry, everyone. I hope everybody had lots of lovely family time, shared the love, shared the food, shared the time. That's a great holiday you have before Christmas. I want everyone here to share this special show out with us for us today. Like it up, share it out, get your friends in. It's a great one to have after Thanksgiving, and just sort of sit and rest and digest all of those goodies and get some healing today and learn about this healing modality that Samuel is bringing us today. And with further ado, or no further ado, we will. I'm going to hand it over to Teresa to introduce our guest today.
All right, thank you. I'd like to preface this first with a while back, I channeled the Star Mothers from the Pleiadians, and I was asking them if they had a message for the Akashic Academy. And the message had to do with that it was also time for us to not only keep sharing our shows and teaching people, but that we were going to be learning from people younger than us, that we were going to be learning from the children, and that we should see them as the masters that they are, and not that just because they're younger than us doesn't mean they know less, but that they have come in with so much knowledge. And Samuel is one of them that have come in with so much knowledge. He originates from within the sun. Yeah, see that we're here to learn from you, dude. And so he originates from the sun, and he carries that beautiful golden energy with him. And probably some of you can see that around him. He's 18, and he's a natural-born healer. At a young age, he would feel the healings that his mother would need, and he would bring those to her and help out that way. And Samuel lives in Minnesota, and he works with harmonics and the colors of the human being. And because the humans are like plants in a garden, Samuel is here to pollinate us in a way that accelerates our natural growth. So now during the show, he's going to be showing you pictures that some of them you may be familiar with, but as he does this, he's sending healing toward you. So they're going to be like activations. So don't only just listen to his words, listen to the tones of his voice, listen to the sounds coming from him, and see what's in the art that's coming through and resonating with you. Even now, I'm already feeling my third eye buzzing with energy. So, Samuel, how are we connected to these sacred geometric shapes? How does it even apply to us?
Well, I'm going to show this drawing. You guys see that?
Yes. Can you guys see that? Here's another view of it, too.
Yeah, that's the seed of life, and that has to do with ourselves and our first 8 divisions. Well,
beautiful.
The first 8 cells of our divisions. So, when we look
that's
at
like
that,
looking at an old picture of ourselves, huh?
Yes, and inside of our mother, we also go through like a shape formation that also has to do with the shape of the flower life. And so, without too much background knowledge, that I don't know if some people might have a lot of background knowledge, some people might not. But if your cells have a shape, that means you're still in a shape. And so when disharmony happens, that means that your shape is deformed, or your shape is missing pieces, broken.
So
right.
Does the shapes also correlate to like our DNA, like that?
I've been talking to people about that, and I was saying that if our DNA, so essentially a line is still a circle, and so our DNA is, double helix, so that's 2 lines, and then it has like a bridge, and it's twisted.
Right.
It's twisting. So wouldn't that be considered that we have a twisted line in our shape? Wouldn't that also be considered almost as a sin? Like we have a twisted side to us, even in our DNA. It's in our blood.
I thought of it like a
And
spiral.
so let's say that these shapes, when you resonate, would that harmony, like, would that bring harmony to your DNA? Would that change your DNA? Is that what you're asking me as well? I mean, it
Yes.
hasn't been proven yet, but I'm sure I feel it and I resonate with that it would.
So these
Awesome.
shapes you're going to show to us today, they all have their own harmonics, like their own frequency, sort of like, and you say they contain music too, or like we know music
Well,
has a
Sound.
harmony, like the solfeggio scale works
vibration.
for healing on us.
Vibration.
Vibration.
Vibration. Right.
So today what you're doing is, I know you're drawing, and so people know you're drawing sort of a group, a shape for the group that's all present with us today. So he's
Yeah,
not
Wow.
just doodling down there. So he's starting
I don't know
to.
if that's
Oh,
easily
wow.
seen.
I can't see it
Wow, is that the
myself.
flower of life?
Yeah.
Is that like the flower of life?
Yeah, that's
Oh, so like
encompassed.
this
So,
one too?
Yeah.
so that
that's
would
what it
expand.
is.
Yes, that would expand forever.
Right.
Wow.
You can keep on expanding. So that's where I'm at with this one. This group.
Cool. So
Nice.
it's sending out, when you draw that you're putting your healing in, and it's sending out to us. Is that kind of like what's going on? You're kind of,
Whoever's putting attention on me at the moment, all the energy, because we're sharing it,
okay.
exchanging, because our electromagnetic fields are communicating.
Right. Isn't that cool how that works? Even so far apart from all over the world, and here we are communicating at this cellular level. I think that's so cool.
Very cool.
Oh, cool.
It
Yeah.
is.
See, we
So
were
we
meant
all-
to be here and do this.
It
Do you
is.
see
It
the
is a
sacred
beautiful thing.
geometry everywhere? Do you see it in everything? Like, how does that work for you?
I do. I do feel it in everything and see it. So, I might not see it as well, like if I zoomed in and really took time, but I know that it's there and I can feel it because I consider, everything part of me. So the universe. So even if it's twisted, there's still a connection to somewhere inside of me because we all have that root. We all came from, the same origin in our ancestors. So it's like, well, how are we different if our DNA, it's kind of like how our DNA has those bridges. It's like those are the attachments to each other. Just those, essentially.
Right. And it's funny that you mentioned the twist
So
because I know that we've kind of uncovered that a lot of our programming has happened through our DNA as far as, our inherent density that we've, experienced through the timelines. And so a lot of what we're healing is the DNA. So it could be healing that actual twisting that's been happening.
Right on.
Yeah, so twisting would be distortion.
Right.
Because even if you're driving and you're going in circles, you're still going straight.
Right.
So what's
because
the
we all
twist
think we're
behind
going straight and we're on a round planet, right?
that? Yeah. So are we straightening out?
Are we straight? Yeah, that's a good. We're on a sphere, and we think we're going straight. We're never going straight, really. That's true. Samuel, so if I came to you, or Teresa, or anyone came to you, what's your kind of walk through a session with us? What would we expect to go with you? Like what would you do? Like
Well,
you meet one on one on. We felt
there's a lot of things I can do.
We felt your energy the other night when you were
Yeah.
with us.
Yes.
The other
But
night, that was
we all
beautiful.
together. That was
Yeah.
Oh,
so.
thanks.
Someone makes an
Beautiful
appointment with you.
energy.
You do a
Just walked
drawing
right
while you're
in.
talking.
Walked right in. I was like, here, let me show you something.
Right on.
Essentially, so our EMFs and all that, they communicate. So when I'm talking to someone, when we communicate, we're exchanging energy. And what I do is either I'll do it on paper or, consciously with my energy is I'll reshape the energy and reshape them, their energy, their soul. Because their soul is the vessel for spirit. Spirit essentially is energy, everything. So your soul
Right.
is the embodiment of spirit that makes up, your physical body. Because, you're 99.99 empty space. So like I said
Mm.
earlier, you is that so then you're full of spirit, you're full of sound, full of light, full color,
Yes.
empty space.
Yes, on a quantum level,
Feels
all that.
yeah. What would your full vibration?
So when you're drawing that shape, you're sort of recalibrating their energy back to its original form. So it's more the
I'm
frequencies
clearing
are
distortion.
yeah, okay. You're clearing the
Hmm.
distortion by making it fit into
Beautiful.
that shape again or that essential frequency or whatever.
Our
You're
energy
using the
starts in our heart, goes up to our brain. We have two hemispheres, so when we go up into our brain, that would be 2D. So we start 1D in our heart. This is the development of our consciousness as we grow as beings. So we have 1D, 2D, goes back and forth because it's a line like this. And so when you center that, you get a line like this, and then it comes back down to your heart, and then your heart goes in and then out. That projects outward. That's how you manifest reality, and that's how it's created, and that you resonate with the universal, synchronicity of the energies.
Wow. That is so cool. I love that.
So
So how long have you
I
been
know that
drawing?
people are Becky LaFave says she can really feel the energy. It's really amazing. Um, I guess
Yeah.
everybody's they can. I don't know if everybody just say yes if you can feel the energy coming from the show into your hearts and sort of you can feel it connecting to. Just hold up your picture for a few more seconds there, and we'll see if everybody can feel the. Yeah, just hold it. Oh,
Drawing.
okay. Oh, you're
Nice.
darkening. You're doing the connections. Very cool. Just see if you can feel that energy coming through to you. That would be really
That's very
cool. Oh
Cool.
yes,
Yeah.
Becky says for sure she can.
So as
I
you're
feel it
clearing
in my
Lisa,
heart.
distortions,
Franklin, we were all in. Yes, we were all in that heart space. So yeah, that's
I can
feel
feel
that
it too.
energy coming through.
as you're clearing distortions,
It's
you're
about feeling.
technically like retuning us, right? Getting us back to our original vibration. So you're like a
You're,
human tuner,
everyone has, so even though we all have the same shape, we have a different natural like vibration.
right?
And so it's like we all have a certain perception. And so when we're in our natural shape, we have our own perception. And that's important because then that allows us to see the whole as a collective from each individual viewpoint, seeing the complete whole and not just parts of wholes of other people.
Right.
So when you're in your heart
That's
space, you're seeing
beautiful.
from your origin, from your truest being, without having other people's noise inside of your vessel or your EMF as well. But I guess you could say your vessel as well. But it's not essentially inside of your body, but it's around it.
Right. Around the Merkaba stuff.
And that's a powerful way to look at it.
Marie and Chris are saying
Yeah.
they can feel your energy. Christine saying she can
Oh,
feel
there
your
it is.
energy. Yeah, yeah. Very cool. Oh, very cool.
There's the Merkaba, yeah.
The Merkaba.
Very powerful stuff. So yeah, I noticed that just being in his presence, my body's just tingling all over, just
Yeah,
like
my crown
constant
is
high
tingling. I got
vibration.
it.
Yeah.
So it's like
My
even just
heart is
sitting
like
here.
lurching. Like
Hmm.
I could feel.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
So
Yeah.
Very
cool.
cool. Yeah, I can
Yes,
feel
you're
that.
very powerful.
For me,
And
it
And so
just
how long have
feels,
you been doing the
what you
drawings?
feel.
Right.
I've been doing them for, I think, like 3 or 4 years. I started when I was around 14. I don't remember exactly. But it was like phase where I was going through a lot, but I started to draw, and I was harmonic. Like I was doing it subconsciously, so it was like I was bringing myself to that awareness to save me from like drug addiction and self harm and stuff like that. I was being
Wow.
disharmonious, so I was being like all over the place, and I was not resonating, and I was in a lot of pain, couldn't sleep at all. I was waking up in the middle of the night with like heart attacks and stuff, like in my back,
Yeah,
couldn't
anxiety.
move.
Oh,
It's because of the disharmony in my heart and in my chakras, and my EMF was all fucked up, all messed up. And so when I started drawing, it, it changed my consciousness. It changed my shape. It was like a survival thing. It was like if I didn't do that, I wouldn't have healed. It was the only way I could heal was through my
wow.
actual becoming, because healing is natural. So the only way for me to heal is become who I already was, who I've always been. I just needed to
Right.
remember.
Oh, that's so cool. And so that's what you help
It's
people to do, come
it,
back to
it's
their true
kind of
selves.
strange. I just made this connection, like when there'll
Yeah,
be um, different tribes do like medicine circles and they do sand paintings and even at East the monks will do those sand paintings, those mandalas on the ground for healing.
Right,
So those
right.
are all shapes.
Right.
They'll do that
yeah,
and like the different tribes would do like medicine wheels and do those paintings as sacred healing circles. So that's kind of what you're hearkening back to, both the East and the West, kind of
yeah.
what was already done. So
Yes,
that's
connecting
pretty
the
cool.
dots.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's time for
it's,
this. We need this.
this is
Woohoo.
very interesting. I guess that's why maybe everybody's doing coloring now.
Right.
I like there a lot
It's
of
part
people
of
are
your
using those
consciousness.
coloring books, sort of like a meditation.
Yes.
So they
Right.
do a
For
lot of the.
so paint, the word paint has pain in it. Pain would
Oh, it
be,
does.
your emotion. So when you draw, you're creating a structure to fill with pain, spirit, with
Oh,
everything.
yeah.
Paint, motion,
Ooh.
energy,
Heal.
light, color,
Heal. Very cool.
and call it.
Very cool.
So it's all part of your consciousness to draw and then paint. And then as well,
I love
even
that.
make sculptures and things, physical things as well. It's all, everything you do. It's like, have you ever watched a kung fu movie and they're like, everything's kung fu? Well, everything is manifestation, everything is healing, everything is everything. It's all connected.
Right on.
That's very cool.
So for someone
That,
who wants to activate their connection with sacred geometry, is that what you recommend, is like starting to draw them and just allow whatever comes through, kind of channel and meditate in the process?
I would start with the seed of life and
Hmm.
then just understanding, because that's just circles.
Right.
It's just, circles around a circle. 6 circles around a center circle. So 7. And then there's a circle
Perfect.
behind the center, which make 8. We also have
That's so
7
cool.
days in a week.
Right. Very
There's a
cool.
lot of numbers and synchronicities that people will see. So all the information has always been there, will always be there. Everything that has existed is, there. And that's like the Akashic record thing. It's like the memory of that too is there. The energy is there.
Yes, I love that.
very cool. Samuel, so how can people get in touch with you? What's the best way?
At the moment, I have a
I know I'll
Facebook
put your
page.
links in the comments. Okay, which
Yeah, at the
one? What's
moment.
the name of your Facebook page?
Samuel's Golden Circle of Life, I think. Here was this.
Okay, I'll
Yeah.
put it in there.
It's
And they
it's a
can
long
get in touch.
name. It is a
I
symbolic name. Words have power.
Yeah,
cool.
that's so
They can
cool.
I'm
shape
sure
you.
they do.
Words
So,
shape you.
Right.
for sure. So we can get in touch with you there, and I know you have a list of services on your page, and I'll put your page's name in our comments below. You can um, join, and you have a group too. You have a circle healing group as well,
Yeah.
so you can just ask
Okay.
to be added to that. as well. Can you show us what you've got up there? We're all excited to see. Oh wow!
Ooh, look at
And
that.
he just does that while he's talking to us. Piece of cake, eh?
I know,
Wow.
Isn't he
So just
talented?
everybody just feel that energy coming through to you, that healing energy, and get your energy lined up.
That's a
And that.
collective of all of us, right? And you're
Yeah,
bringing
that's
us into
our
healing.
energies and that. So we made sense of a lot of what we
Keep
said.
connecting together.
There wasn't really any mistakes. There's a little over extending with a line, and so the way that it was drawn was important. So there's like little marks you see. So if it was all perfect, then that means that it made sense perfectly. So that and there was no like it was fluent. The receptivity was 100%, but there was a moment where it wasn't 100%. So all this was basically perfect besides like 2 moments where I had to erase the overextending line, and then there's a line that's a little too thick and not completely like full. It kind of got a smudge mark.
Right.
There you
That's
go.
so cool. So it's like getting a whole reading
Now
in a shape.
Yeah.
That.
Very neat. Becky says her
Thank
head is
you.
spinning. I got Renat said a cube is so lovely.
The sea of life that's just connected.
Wow.
Oh, that's
The lines
beautiful.
connecting in the seed of life. So, those circles that look so simple in the beginning, when you connect it, becomes something new.
Right.
There'll be
Yeah.
some questions on here afterwards that some people will have. If you can go back afterwards and answer some of the questions, that would be great, Samuel.
Yeah, there's a good question that just
beautiful.
popped up. That's a big one.
Yeah. Yeah. So Lisa, Samuel will have to probably explain that to you.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, that's a good question. We'll get him to reply to that one for you. So you just can go in and reply to all the comments later, Samuel. Bex, I guess our time has come to near an end, and Bex has some announcements.
I do.
So I hope everyone shared this out. You got time to share it out. And the nice thing about this, like I said about second helpings, you can have a second helping of us today and feel that energy and no calories. It's great. So,
Beautiful.
oh, it's gorgeous.
That's
Thank
our
you,
healing.
Samuel, so
I
much.
love it. I love that. Thank you.
That was very
group
powerful.
healing.
It's almost like a
I'd like to color
sunshine,
that.
even.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm feeling the need to color it. So
What color would you
Hey,
color it,
color
Rhonda?
gold.
There you go.
I
Gold.
color it
Exactly.
I color it
Yeah.
gold.
Exactly.
Color the sun.
White and gold. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
I
would be
could feel
perfect.
that.
I mean, that could actually be like if we actually broke down what the sun looks like, it would actually be sacred geometry, not just whole orb that we see, you know? If we could actually like microscopic, investigate it or whatever. That would be pretty cool to see how the breakup of that is, because it would be the same as probably our DNA, if you think
Everything
about
has
that.
shape,
Right.
color, and sound.
That's so cool. All right, let's
Vibration.
get to the announcements. Otherwise, I could go on forever because there's so many things popping up in my mind right now of asking a million questions. So inspired.
Yeah,
All
totally
right.
inspired.
Announcements. So
we
the
will
winner.
have you back again then.
Yes.
Abby.
Yes. We absolutely will. The winner of this week's Share It Out, who shared out the most last week, is Marie Sutcliffe, and she won a reading with Rhonda, a Healing Through Your Records session with Rhonda. So congratulations, Marie. Rhonda will contact you to set that up. Whoever shares out the most this week has a chance to win a mini reading with me. So make sure you share it out and get this out everywhere, because again, as we're spreading the light and we're sharing the positive information and we're uplifting humanity, the consciousness. So it's really important for us to all do our part and just hold space for those who are awakening. There's a lot of information out there, and it's very hard sometimes to find the right information, the information that speaks on truth and isn't just, filler, right? We don't want to put anything out there that might not be of the highest vibration. So here we are holding space and doing our part the best way that we can. And we ask you just to take that step one more step forward and share it out for us. All right. So after this, at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific, is Nourishing Your Multidimensional Body with Kathy Holmeyer. Amazing, powerful show. You should check it out. And then at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific is the Cosmic Ascension Report with our favorite Australian, Janelle Cameron. So make sure you check that out tonight to find out what the energies are, bringing forward for all of us, for healing, for awareness, awakening, all of that. Just being able to be informed is so important. So you know that you're not just kind of falling apart, which we all feel from time to time. Um, there's the Akashic Magazine, which is free, and the link for that will be in the comments, and it has amazing articles, again, set to, meant to help you with your expansion and your growth. And Teresa and Rhonda have both written for the magazine, and they wrote amazing articles you definitely need to check out. If you love this show and you love being a part of this group, there are a bunch of other shows. I don't even know how many we're up to now, but there are shows for so many different resonances, and just you could expand so much just by checking out each of the shows or just a few of the shows, whatever you feel right with. Check them out. They're on every day. There's usually a schedule, I think, at the top of the page on the Akashic Academy, so you can see what shows are on what day and what time, and set your schedule so that way you don't miss them. Or you can watch the replays if you have to, but we like live shows. And then if you really, really like the Academy, there is the Inside subscription group, which is $44 a month. And that gives you access to an amazing support group, your soul family. It gives you access to Mindfulness Mondays and intuitive workshops with Emily every week. And if you like Teresa, we love Teresa. Teresa Warren has a page, if you want to check her out, is Claim Your Akashic Inheritance. See more about what she does and find out, have conversations with her. If you love Rhonda, we love Rhonda. It's Cerulean Force Reiki and Healing through the Akashic Records. Okay, these links will be in the comments. You can check us out. And if you want to see more of what I do, Divinely Guided Inspirations with Bex Marie. We're all here to, hold space for you and your healing and growth and uplift each other. And we love you all so much. And Samuel, you are a mind blower.
Bex is going live at 3.
Bex is going live at 3 to pull cards, so come check me out for love donations.
Yeah, I love that.
Love donations, so check me out if you feel guided, 3 p.m. Eastern. Samuel, you're amazing, mind blown. I am so inspired to take on today and whatever comes, because the sickness.
That sunlight.
Yeah, I feel just completely recharged, and I can't thank you
breathe
enough
that
for
fire.
sharing your energy with us and lifting us up. It's been an amazing experience. We're so grateful for you.
Thank you.
And to think you're only 18. You've got another 90 years to go on this.
I know. Planet. Imagine how much teaching you'll do in that time.
Think of how much you're going to do in the next 90, 100 years. Just be awesome.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I plan on improving my spans. So.
Yes.
Right on. Yes. Do that.
More
it's
tingles.
time.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's awesome, and thank you for letting us be your first public cast. That's awesome.
First of many, yes.
Yeah.
Teresa finds the newest
people.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's part of the seed of life coming out your shell to be a flower.
Absolutely.
And then a tree, and then produce fruit.
That's awesome.
Yes.
I think you produced some fruit today. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Thank you all.
Thank you all. Have a blessed week, everybody.
Blessed week.
Bye-bye.
Peace.